I remember family road trips as a kid. A giant road atlas lived in the slot of the front passenger side door of whatever secondhand vehicle we had at the time. But it only seemed to come out in emergencies. In my child eyes, my parents seemed to know instinctually exactly where they were going at all times. I remember sitting in the back seat in amazement at how they could get us from the isolated mountain town where we lived to Arizona or California or Texas without ever pulling out the map. There were some trips, shorter trips, which we made on a more regular basis, like driving out to the farm in rural Kansas where my grandparents lived. Other trips were more special. They required several days in the car and usually at least one night where we would pull over to sleep at a roadside motel. As I got older and the 90s turned into the 2000s, the way we road tripped changed. I remember the motel that started it all. We were moving from Dallas, Texas to Estes Park, Colorado. I was 6 years old and sound asleep as my dad pulled into a family-owned Bates Motel-style place around midnight. We were in the panhandle of Oklahoma, where genuine cowboys still roamed freely on horseback. All seemed normal until my parents tried to drop me and my sister's tired bodies into bed. Mom pulled back the covers to find tiny white turds covering the sheets and pillows. Mice are her greatest fear, and she refused to stay in the room. We had to keep driving, as that was apparently the last room the motel had. Looking back now, though, I think we were spared in more ways than one. From then on, every overnight stop was planned and booked in advance. At the time, I probably thought that was the only thing that would ever change about family road trips. Books, checked out from the library, and a Sony Walkman cassette player were my only forms of entertainment. But then the cassettes turned into CDs, which turned into iPods. The Atlas lost its place in the door. MapQuest replaced it. And soon enough, that was replaced by the GPS. When I first started driving 10 years ago, I couldn't go very far without printing out my directions. I remember the excitement, though, when I would miss a turn. My directions became irrelevant. My options were to try to find my way around again, stop at a gas station for help, or call someone on my Nokia pay-as-you-go phone, complete with Snake, and hope they could help. Now, even though my dad refuses to leave the house without Danielle, his trusted Garmin GPS, I find comfort in navigating the way he used to. I don't stop at random motels on the side of the road. Things have changed too much for that. But there are other ways I can honor the memory of those family trips. A pocket-sized road atlas lives in the glove compartment of my secondhand 1998 Subaru. I have Google Maps on my smartphone, but the road trip feels more complete when I find my way by road signs, and I only use maps in emergencies.